This DJ is so funky, man.
On 3, 2, 1. Activate.
This is the RDDC podcast.
You are now tuning in to Lex and RDDC broadcast station, serving up on the double doses for us all.
Welcome to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host Lex, coming to you straight from the heart where the talk is real and the vibe is always live. I'm glad to be back with you after this wonderful Thanksgiving, and a belated Thanksgiving happiness to you. But here, serving a slice of everyday life is what RDDC is all about, has been all about, and will continue to be all about. For any questions, show requests, or feedback, as always, you can reach us at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com, where you can catch anything you want almost under the sun when it comes to spirituality, learning little recipes, little motivational tips, meditational guides, and some wonderful partners that are featured on our blog that you can get wonderful discounts from with GimmeAllThat.com is our sponsor for the duration of how we keep this move going. If you want to reach out to customer support and contact us for any inquiries or any show requests or anything under the sun that you just have on your mind, or you want to have a product or yourself featured for whatever reasons that you may like, you can reach us at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. That's Real Double Dose Channel, at YANDX.com. That's YANDEX.com. I'm getting a little tongue tied. It must be a little slagging over the turkey season. Yeah, so a little tofu turkey in there for mom too. But I'm just happy to be on here with you, and you can check out, like I said, everything that you want, and we're just here, just open to have the love from you and give love back. Now we have a special feeling that's going to be given right on this broadcast show. I know it's been a minute, but please let me just give you just a milliseconds or a minute of explanation. The explanation is this: life. That's all I have to say. Life happens, holidays happen, different equipment failures happen, different time measures happen, different traveling and schedules. And it's something that I plan on working on before any New Year's resolution begins. That's a resolution right now, amongst many others that are still in the quiqua for getting completed. But I do want to start this wonderful segment off by giving thanks to all of you, and you are on my hearts and my mind on Thanksgiving, just as well for those who out there who do tune in from, whether it be iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, whether it be SoundCloud, whether it be YouTube, wherever you're streaming at. We appreciate you beyond, and my mind is always on you because that's where it belongs. It belongs with you because our hearts are one. So, but I want to get to a little bit of the meat and potatoes, or even the string beans and radishes, whatever you want. But this is called See to Believe, okay? And believe to see. But hashtag believe to see is what it is. But for the people who are getting on here, or the familians, RDC familians, here we go. I wanted to go ahead and start that off. And also, I'm going to be leaving a link later on with our sponsor, GimmeAllThat.com, for wonderful fashion, apparel, and life. Just cool items, just different stuff you can find. They're always at a wonderful discounted rate. You don't have to wait for Black Friday or Cyber Monday to get those, but you even get more of a wonderful discount. They have some awesome fashion, some awesome stuff. And if you ever want to tell them what you're looking for and maybe something that they could put on their store, they'll actually put it on there for you. That's how awesome it is. It's almost catered to what you want by just asking. And asking, you shall receive. And we're going to have a discount code for that. And if you want any kind of more information on that for our giveaways, our trip giveaways, or just a wonderful special URL sent directly to you for a discount for that online wonderful shopping experience, you let us know again at Real Double Dose Channel at YANDEX.com. That's yandex.com. So, believe to see and see to believe. Oh yeah. That's what we're going to be doing right now. I get on this and I have to plunge a little deeper than most because it hit me. Now this is what Dr. Wayne Dyer has been saying a lot. Now the late Dr. Wayne Dyer, he has some great material out there, some wonderful books and some different segments that I listen to, and many millions more. But I was listening to it the other day by one of my other let's say other mentors, and just getting the skill and mindset, especially I believe his name is Gary Vanderchuck. I might be wrong, but like I said before, don't quote me on the name pronunciation. But I was going through a couple things, just listening and trying to get myself self-motivated from not only my fiance, which is soon to be my husband in the next few days. Yay to Lex. Congratulations. I told you there's a lot of stuff been going on in the background. Okay. So it's not just twiddling the thumbs. It's called trying to keep up with the beat. But, I remember Wayne Dyer actually said that before. And when I was listening to him, he was saying something. Yeah, he was saying something about, people always say, I'll believe it when I see it. And it should be, you'll see it when you believe it. And at first, when you hear stuff or not, it kind of like it resonates with you, like, oh, that sounds cool. But you really have to, you really have to listen to things over and over, or hear it at different times and see how it like bing in your mind kind of thing. And then it's like a light bulb goes off and you're kind of like, whoa, like what was that about? But I heard it multiple times before and I was like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. I think that way sometimes, but I'm like, well, you have to see it to believe it. How else? Or are you telling yourself that you want to see something, and on the other hand, you're not even believing that it'll be? So you're already setting yourself up for something that's a little bit different. And sometimes those things can be a little
awkward.
Yeah, just a little awkward. But at the same time, it comes down to your own self-beliefs. What do you believe? And what do you see? Now, I can look at from my own plate and say, well, I'll believe when I start. Now, I've been going to a lot of different business ventures, and I'm sitting here like the concept of thinking about it is so on point. It's so nice. It's so there. And I know you can relate with me where you're like, okay, for instance, I want to open up this wonderful studio and everything sounds good. I found this guy with some great equipment over here, this person over here, this person over here, and I can get it all set up. It might be a little bit more of a financial sacrifice, but what if you build it, they will come motto doesn't work? Now, that doesn't work all the time, that's for sure. But at the same time, you're wondering, well, what if I get all this stuff set up and it don't get nothing but one or two clients? Or what if those one or two clients are dissatisfied with me? What if I build a wonderful earring boutique and I have all these gorgeous things going on and I put my time and effort into it and I'm only making 3 or 4 sales a month? Or what if I really want to quit my job and then what I really have my hopes set for are really not going to happen because I can see the happening in my mind, but I don't believe it's satisfaction and success. That's the problem that I see in all of us. I have that. And my wonderful fiance / husband, I might as well say husband at this point, but my fiance, until that day comes, I'll just say, he gave me a speech, almost a deep speech. And it wasn't even that kind of, hear me out, heart call the angels. It was like, Lex, I love you. You can do it. Just, cut out the demons, cut out the negative talk. Like, don't even think of fear or failure as anything to do with what you're doing. Like, because I call him the law of attraction. He calls me the face of loyalty, the brand of loyalty, everything that has to do with pure love, true love, and loyalty. And that's a high honor in itself. But I call him the law of attraction because certain things, I don't know what kind of quietness he has when it comes down to what he feels like he can't do or the doubts, but he never lets those be heard. Like sometimes he'll say a smidge of something that might sound like a little bit of doubt, but it never finishes sentence in the way that I'm thinking it might be. His sentence is simply, it can be done, it will be done, it must be done. Almost like, Dr. Eric Thomas will say the same thing, or E.T. I can, I will, I must. I can, I will, I must, and then that's the same thing I say, or we say here at RDDC, be the change, feel the passion and embrace the power of the Spirit. That's the same thing, but talking it and actually walking it, as you know, is a whole different thing. You can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? Same thing. I'll believe it when I see it, and I'll see it when I believe it. I have a couple ventures going on right now, and I'm to the point where I don't have a little miniature pillow to lay on, and I'm terrified. I'm telling you, family, I am terrified, and it scares the crap out of me sometimes, and I can't sleep at night. But I have this little aching, shining star inside of me that tells me there's nothing to fear, because this is your obsession. This is your time to break open the mold. This is your time to go in it hard. This is your time to go for whatever schooling you want. This is the time to make 6 figures whenever you choose to. This is your time, Lex, and there's nothing that's holding you back but you. And when my fiance was telling me all these things, he was giving to me, he said, listen to me, babe, listen. I mean, I don't want you to just listen to me. Hear me. I know you respect what I'm saying and you hear what I'm saying, but absorb what I'm talking about. And that kind of got me in perspective, because I'm always the one who's like, okay, women can get chattery. So can men, but we get in our zones where we're like, okay, honey, I hear you, but, the milk is still going to get warm. Something like that. But when he said that, I was saying, man, I don't want to be a contradiction. I don't want to be a person that says one thing and does another. I want to practice what I preach, and I want to preach what I practice. And at the same time, I believe that I do. But honestly, from just hearing that, just hearing an outside voice that I know that they love me, hears that I have more doubt talk and more procrastination and fear in myself than I actually can give to others. I give the food of what is given to me. See, the things that you hear and the things that people feel are given through me, and they're given to me to give through me. But when they're given to me, I just put them forward, and I'm hoping that someone else can branch off of that and milk it to all that it's worth. But I've been forgetting one key element, and a lot of things, and that is making sure I apply what we speak about and the things I write about and the things we talk about to my own personal life. And it's more than just, let me just deliver it to the family. If you have, we're going to go back to the food thing. If you have a pizza man, right, from, one of the large carriers or not, whoever it might be in your local area, and they're sitting there, starving to death, and they're not feeling well, and they just have a headache, and they just have bad news, and they get this wonderful, extravagant pizza you just ordered, and they have to deliver it to you. The car smells like smoke because of the exhaust system. One of the wheels are falling off, and they're just barely making it there. The pizza's flopping all over the back seat and everything else, but it's still in one piece, and they deliver it to you. Even though you see a halfway beautiful pizza, by the time they get there, you see the person that's bringing it to you, the face of the person that was behind why you're getting delivered such a wonderful gift. And if that is not the representation of something you want to see, then how can you digest it properly? It's the same thing as sitting down in a restaurant or going to a store and seeing mopey, complaining, and just downright just hopeless staff. It fills the energy up of where you are. Everything has to do with energy and what we give and what we receive. I know from that it woke me up, because I realized I'm always talking about the self-inner talk, but what am I really saying? Just because I don't say it too much on the inside per se, people are feeling it on the outside, especially those very close to me. But all we can do is start understanding that if we wait and say we will believe it when we see it, we'll never be able to see it, because we never held that belief. When we see it, then we'll believe it. What does it give you? What is it saying? I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, you know what? I'll see it once I believe it. Meaning, when we embrace what is to be, what is already in existence that's coming to us, that is not to full materialistic or visual manifestation. When we feel it beyond the faith and harmony and the the constant understanding of this already exists, that's when it'll happen. But fear, false evidence appearing real, is a very strong component in our lives. We've always been instilled with fear in some kind of way. No matter what day and age or what time and age it was, fear has always been a part of our vocabulary. It's always been intertwined into our vocabulary. We watch movies. We go sit in the dark in a park somewhere, or it gets to nightfall. You start feeling that eerie feeling. Well, no matter what it's been, fear has always been a part of that. Or trying a new food, like, oh, what if I don't like it? What if it's gross? But we'll never know until we try. Like for me, I'll see a pair of outfit that I like, and I'm like, well, it doesn't look like it'll fit me, or it'll probably look horrible on me, and I don't even try. But then when I push myself to actually try the outfit, I'm like, oh, it doesn't look too bad at all. And I start gaining this more of a boost of myself. So my message to myself and to all of you, because I have to be able to deliver something to me as well, as you know, is we do have to start seeing it and then believe it. Because once we're like, whoa, this is really happening. Oh my God, I'm actually doing this. I believe it now. I see it. It shouldn't have to get to that point, but at the same time, it needs to get to that point. Not, oh, I see it now. Oh, okay. No, it's not. Oh, I believe it now. Oh my God, I see it. I believe that you're actually here because I see you. I didn't believe you were on the phone all this time. I didn't believe the pictures you sent me. I didn't believe any of the gifts that came in the mail. I didn't believe that you went to go get groceries. But now that I see them on the counter and in the fridge, I can believe it. Now that I see that you came all the way from Honolulu, I can believe it. Now that I actually see what's going on, I can believe it. No, it's not. You have to always believe something once you see it. That's just basically for anybody who has a higher power saying, well, if I don't see God or Christ or the infinites of everything, which you can see all the time, everywhere you go, if you really look. But if you can't see it for the physical manifestation of what you want or what you're waiting for or looking for, how can you say that you believe? Well, I believe it when I see it, but you haven't seen it in the forms of what you know. You just have that faith of that essence that exists that you know or you've been instilled with or you feel deep inside. So you can't really say I believe it when I see it, because if that's the case, then the beliefs that you have right now really aren't it. So when we work 40 hours a week, okay, or 80 hours every 2 weeks, we don't see the paycheck. So we'll say, well, we believe working here all week long is going to produce a paycheck. Why? Because we've seen it before. But at the same time, you only believe it because you saw it once. But you'll believe it when you see it because you already know it's supposed to be coming. But if you start seeing it, if we start seeing it, if we start understanding, you know what? Believe to see. That's all. Believe to see. Not see it and then believe it. It's believe when I see. So it works like 4 different ways almost. I'm really thinking about this and I'm thinking, wow, because you have the I believe or I'll believe it when I see it. It means you don't believe until it actually shows up in a form of where you understand. I'll see it, or should I say, when I see it, I'll believe it. There you go. So at the same time, it goes hand in hand. But the whole message of this is believe to see. Okay, no matter how you want to flip it and do it, if it sounds confusing, you understand the grounds. I hope you do. You understand what I'm saying. If you have a rap or a song or R&B or country, rock, classic, whatever it might be, a Mozart piece, you have to be able to believe in what is already before we see the outcome of it. Like for me in this business move, I have no choice but to go forward. And it makes me nervous as I don't know what. And it's a good thing because I'm so fearful that at the same time, it's a nervous kind of like excitement. It's almost like, whew, what's going to happen next? It's always a joy ride up or a joy ride down, but you're still on a roller coaster and the ride is not over yet. You still have something to do. You still have something to accomplish accomplish, it belongs to you no matter what you say. But if you never go out and step out on a limb or even try to touch it, it does not belong to you because you've left it there abandoned, full of dust. You've left it there just thrown on the floor and just scattered around for nothing to become of it. It's your torch for your triathlon. It's your mile. It's your time. It's your life. It doesn't matter if you put a song on SoundCloud or wherever you put it and you only get 2 plays. Guess what? You put that song out there for someone to hear. It doesn't matter if you go make a dish and no one shows up to eat it. Guess what? You made that recipe. You possibly took a picture of it and you know that you actually implemented it and did something that you felt. It doesn't matter if you set up a wonderful little keychain business and no one ever comes to see it. The whole point is at least you took the initiative to believe what you could see in your mind. You believe that you saw those things and now you made it to a full manifestation. Now the rest will come to you as time goes on or the more energy and love you put into what you have already. We need to be able to believe in ourselves in order to see the results. And we'll see the results once we believe that the results have already been there and they're already working their way out to grow out and sprout from the ground up. Because it's the seeds we plant, it's the harvest that we'll reap. That's the truth. If you're not putting enough seeds to reap the harvest of what you want, remember you're not going to have anything to eat. So it's still the same thing. If you're putting poisonous seeds in the ground and you're expecting to have some bountiful meal off of it, that's what it is. Well, I'm putting my work into it. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. I'm talking about it. I'm going about it, but I don't want to talk about it. I want to be about it. That's one thing I want to start doing. I want to start being about the talk that I have, even the inner self-talk. I want to start being about everything. Have that hunger and have that drive so deep that nothing's going to stop you. You don't care if you have to steal a microphone off the stage for somebody else's concert. You're going to be heard. Now do it in a proper way, okay? Don't hurt nobody while you doing it. I'm just saying the whole point is you understand this is example purposes only. If you want to apply the good things to your life, what you hear, what you know, what you seek, and what you will find. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open unto you. Ask and you shall receive. That is the substance of all we have in this life. Now, asking ours is, okay, well, I want $1 million tomorrow. I asked. It's not here. Well, I was seeking it out and I still didn't find it. I've been looking for 3 years, so obviously there's nothing there. I knocked and no doors were open to me. Everyone slammed it shut in my face. But one thing Mr. Vanderchuck, I'll just say that much said, was we're all looking for someone to just give us a helping hand up. And that's definitely not the era we're in. If you do, you're one blessed son of a gun. That's what I'll say. And at the same time, like Eric Thomas was saying, millennials or not, we're to the point where we're just in a trying stage. Well, we tried. I tried. I gave what I could. I tried. Okay, I did this, but it didn't work out. We're not to the point where we execute it. We make sure it's done. We complete what we say. Law enforcement works on where it does work for the people who are afraid when you say, I'm going to dial 911, or you see the people run away before 911 gets called or alarm system goes off, because they execute what they say. Now, they're going to grab you and get you booked in and printed in and whatever you're going to do, regardless if it's right or not, they're still going to make sure they show up. That's why they say law enforcement. They enforce what their belief system is. Now, we all have a belief system, whether it be a house running on a certain way, whether it be a car. The belief system of the car is the engine needs to function properly. You need to have oil. You need to have antifreeze. You need to have brake fluid. You need to have transmission fluid. It's all a system. It's all a process of seeing to believe to see. It's the same way, no matter how you break it down. Same process for your body. If you don't sit there and wash it and give it proper care, it's going to break down and it's going to have something that goes on. But I tell you one thing. I know when I start this whole physical transformation going on this winter or more into the spring, I can't just sit there and eat a pound of Brussels sprouts once a week and then eat candy and junk food the rest of the day and say, okay, well, I've been incorporating Brussels sprouts in my diet. and I should see 20 pounds lost, but I'm not. I have to follow the recipe down to the concise instructions of what it pertains to. I have to make sure I'm moving my body in a way to my body can function. I have to be able to know that at least 6 days or 5 days a week, I have to be able to give myself the proper nutrients and vitamins and the lesser calories that I need in order to maintain or achieve what I'm looking for. So we have to remember, sometimes when we believe things, we don't believe them enough. So we'll believe it when we see it. I'll believe it when I see it. But what's the purpose? If you're seeing it already, what's the point of having belief? The greatest thing to do is have belief before you see it. Because once you know, man, this is because I believed that this was going to happen. I believed this was going to come into fruition, and it's here. That's the best payback you could ever give yourself. That's the best motivation. That's the best stimulation. That's the best encouragement that I could ever dream of in my life. Because if I had to see something to believe it, that would make me believe that everything that I thought was true is only because I have to see it. What we see in front of us now is just a facade to a certain point of a structured society that's here to keep us sustained and keep our minds from going nuts on why we're here to begin with. But we understand that there is something much more greater than us. The highest of all planes, the wonderfulness of the essence of all that is from the infinite source of all creation. And I don't need to see it, I'll say that in a very respectful way, because I believe female, had to exist by knowledge of a female, and male, so forth. The masculine protective side and the caring and nurturing deep sides. It exists no matter what we believe or not. The stars in the sky twinkle regardless of what we believe or not. The nighttime comes and the sun rises regardless if we believe it or not. The seasons come, winter, fall, spring, and summer. They come regardless if we believe it or not. We see it. So the whole thing is like we need to have the stipulations in ourselves and the discipline, for one. We need to have the discipline, the understanding, and the complete faith of acknowledgement of these things coming true. And that's something I'm going to apply to myself. I don't care if I have 2 nickels to rub together. I have to do it. I mean, there's no more point in procrastinating, because it feels worse from procrastinating. It feels worse knowing that you didn't do anything or you didn't make a move on something that you felt so strongly and watch time just pass you by than it does taking a leap and trying those things and failing. You never really fail. You just find more and closer ways to get to your full success. It's all about trial and error, because you didn't just get out of the womb and start crawling. You weren't born to just start crawling. You didn't just crawl and all of a sudden one day you were just running across the yard. You had to fall and stumble a couple times or lean on something. That's what happens. We would ride a bike, and if you did get a chance to do those things, I guarantee you, when you start learning how to chew solid food, you had to go mush before you got there. You had to drink milk before you got to the mush. So everything is a process and a step to believe what is. And I'm just going to embrace that more for myself. So believe to see, hashtag believe to see. Right? We have to believe what we know, what we feel, what we desire, what we want so strongly, what we need. We have to believe in those things in order to make us be able to see it in the forms of what we understand or what we may want others to acknowledge. But we have to do it for ourselves first. We can't make others believe in us or what we want or what we desire if we don't even have enough faith to believe ourselves. So others can only see it once we believe. We can only embrace it once we believe. Believe to see, not see it to believe. So I enjoyed being with you. I hope you hear the message and what I'm saying. And if you want to share and pass that on, that's awesome. You can also reach us at our Facebook page, and that's Real Double Dose Channel. I'll have the links in the description below. You can check that out. And you can always check out the blog for any further ado. Oh man, it was so strong and powerful. I love that. I love that feeling, And if you get a chance to check out givemeallthat.com, wonderful, wonderful place to be. And I plan on going over there in a little bit once I get done with about 20 other things. So just remember that. Believe to see. and you will have the whole world, and we will have the whole world unfold in front of us. It's about bettering everything that surrounds our existence and making sure everyone on this planet, or at least half of them or some of them, know why we were ever existed to be, and that we existed, period, and that we were here. Leave your mark. Leave your mark on the world in a positive impact, in a positive way. Whether it be a book or a song someone's playing 20 years after the fact you were here, or whatever it might be. They'll say, hey, I remember Michael Scott. Hey, I remember, Gerard Brown. Hey, I remember Ashley, whatever. I remember you, Lex. It's about that. So I love talking to you all, but I'm going to get off of here because we're reaching our mark, and I know you have other things that are wonderfully important as well. And I just wanted to touch base and let you know we're still here, just as strong. And please reach out to us again at realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com, realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com, and you can also reach us at realdoubledosechannel@yandex.com. That's YANDEX.com for any further ado. And we'll have all the links that you need, and we'll be waiting for you whenever you decide to come along and say what's going on. So, be the change. Feel the passion and embrace the power of the Spirit. And we really mean those words, and we hope that you feel them too. Everything will be wonderfully well. We wish you a happy pre and belated holidays, and we'll be back with you soon.